What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We're fishing Lake Tenkiller, the next stop on the Bassmaster kayak series in early June. Started the morning out doing a lot of live scoping, wasn't having luck. The water's up, so I decided to throw a JP custom jig in the bushes to see if I could change my luck. This was an area I had picked up some fish last year, mostly smallmouth, so I was pretty shocked whenever I caught a largemouth here. Not a bad way to break the ice with a 17.25. Yeah, I got a fish where it's really fucking deep right there. When you lift your jig up, let it fall, and it doesn't hit the bottom, and you don't think it's extremely deep, a lot of times that fish caught it on the way down and swim right at you, so just set the hook.
Let's go, baby. Let's fucking go.
Tried to do some live scoping around the point from where I was. Ended up going to a more flat area with more bushes since, early on it was telling me, hey, there's fish eating a jig up in the bushes.
Got him. Be a good one. Be a good one. Let's go, baby.
At this point, I circled back to where I caught those first two fish. Last year, this little area reloaded, so I thought I'd come back and try it again. I saw some fish on the live scope and got the scope and minnow out. Come on.
That's the one. That's what. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down.
Initially, I thought this fish was a lot bigger than what it was. Ends up being a smallmouth, and I caught some 19, 18-inch smallmouth in this area last year. Just wasn't finding that quality size here, but still, it was good to get a limit early, and I end up kind of running out of battery juice here. I go out to some islands and end up doing a lot of live scoping late in the day, which allows me to coal up. You'll see those two fish here at the end. I end up getting a 17.5 live scoping, and I just kind of blind casted that one where I saw some fish, and then I ended up catching a 15.75, and that was my recap for day one, put me in 24th place. Picking the action up here on day two. We're 2.5 hours in, and I don't even have a fish. I'm in the area where I started yesterday. I ended up running over there after trying to live scope some islands and throw the jig around some deeper banks just to see if I can get a bite.
Holy fucking jig. Let's go. Get your big ass over here in the net. Let's go. A big ass smallmouth. Hell yeah.
Solid fish to start the day with an 18-incher. I caught that first fish around 8 o'clock. At this point in day two, it's 11 o'clock, and I have run the bushes I fished yesterday, didn't pick any other fish up. I went out and fished an island, didn't pick any fish up, ended up tying on a drop shot, threw it on a boat ramp, couldn't catch any fish, ended up tying on a punching rig, went and punched some bushes in some deeper water, couldn't get bit. I was running out of options. I saw these little wave breaks out in front of the marina and thought, even though they're in 40 to 60 foot of water, those breaks there, they're, only going down about 6 foot under the surface. And I thought, well, maybe there's some fish hanging out under there, getting some shade. So I dropped the live scope down. I could see fish down there. I pick up the scope and minnow, throw it out there, and end up hooking up, and the fish gets off. But, it told me, hey, there's fish here, and I had plenty of these little wave breaks in the area to try to run. So what I end up doing is actually, just picking up the live scope here in a minute and putting it up and just kind of fishing it blind almost, just throwing it out, letting it sink kind of where I thought it would be just below the edge of that thing, and just kind of hopping along there, sometimes just killing it. And I end up doing this the rest of the day, and let's watch the action. I only got one fish right now. I eyeball this thing, I about throw it back, and I was like, well, I better measure it, and ended up being short. It had to at least be 12. I think it was a little over 10 inches, but we're going to stay at it. End up losing another one here. I didn't let it get me down. I just kept hammering at it, just keep throwing. Figure if it got that many bites that quick, there's got to be more fish. Another little one here, but hey, I'm catching fish. I haven't been catching fish most of the day. I still only have one fish on the board right now, so it's giving me at least a little bit of confidence because I'm getting bites finally. Another small fish here. It was a smallmouth. I ended up putting it on the board just to check it and make sure, because I still only have one fish at this point. It doesn't measure. I end up throwing it back. My thought is, hey, the first fish I missed was definitely measurable, so I don't have bites going on anywhere else. I'm just going to stay after this. really quality smallmouth here. Ends up being 17.75. Gets me my second fish on the board, and I feel like maybe there's a chance I can pull out a limit. Another small one here, but hey, you know, we're still getting bites. I've got 2 fish on the board. I still got about an hour and a half left to fish. I feel like if I just keep getting bites, maybe I'll get another good one. Finally get a third fish on the board at 13.25. Getting closer to that limit with fish number 4, 14.25.
Oh my God. Now you Yes, let's go. Fuck yeah.
After some early struggles, finally get that 5th fish, 17.5 inches. Real good smallmouth, put up a good fight. At this point, I'd loaded my fish, and I was really just one good bite away from a top 10 finish. I was just outside the bubble there. That looked to be about a 19-incher, largemouth. Ran straight under the prop. I'm pretty sure the line must have nicked it. I thought it was coming the other side of the boat. You saw it run right into the wave breaker there, and then dive under the front of the kayak, and that autopilot prop, I think, just nicked that line, and that fish broke right off. But we get back after it, end up hooking up with another one here. This one gets off, but I don't think it would have helped anyways. Looked to be about the same size as my smallest at this point. This fish, I almost didn't even measure. I thought it was smaller than my smallest. It actually gave me a 1/2-inch coal. That's going to wrap up the action for day 2. Hey, a lot of persistence in this event. Really proud of my top 20 finish. Finished at 19th. Looking forward to some summer fishing. Catch me on the channel next time. We'll see what we're up to.